David Dobrik's actions are finally catching up with him. This week, a legal complaint was filed against David Dobrik by his former bestie Jeff Wittek, and Jeff is looking for a big payout. It's a mess, so let's get into it. David Dobrik might refer to what he did to Jeff as an accident, but that accident now may cost him $10 million. On Wednesday, TMZ broke the news that a legal complaint was filed against David Dobrik and the company that rented him the excavator. Back in June of 2020, David, Jeff, and the entire vlog squad went to Utah to film their big comeback video. They had taken a few months off because of the pandemic, and things were finally opening up, and David was ready to return in a big way. He got a group of his friends to sign up for skydiving for his vlog. And while that might seem like a scary and dangerous thing to do, it was run by professionals and everything went smoothly. Of course, David couldn't just end it there and be happy with the skydiving footage. He had to go out and rent an excavator and get all his friends to wakeboard off of it. David was inspired by a video from someone named Devin Supertramp. He did the exact same thing, wakeboarding off of an excavator in Utah Lake. The video was sponsored by Mountain Dew, and even though it was extremely dangerous, no one got hurt. They were strictly only wakeboarding off of it, and no one was physically swinging from the machine. Fast forward to 2020. David Dobrik does the exact same thing. He goes to Utah Lake, runs an excavator, and has all his friends wakeboard with it. But David had to take things a step further. Corinna and Jeff got on the excavator and swung off of it. Corinna almost fell off and David put her down, but then Jeff got on and did the exact same thing. Only this time, David picked up speed too fast, stopped too fast, and made Jeff smash into the side. According to the new legal filings, Jeff was left with a broken foot, a broken hip, he tore a ligament in his leg, shattered his skull in 9 places, and nearly lost his eye. Despite all of those life-altering injuries, Jeff protected David and kept his mouth shut about the entire thing. Even though everyone was wondering what happened to him, he never said a word until April of 2021 when he released his documentary. This documentary exposed a lot, and the conclusion seemed to be that David was going to agree to get Jeff medical insurance and cover all of his medical expenses, which honestly is the least he could do. A lot of us were under the impression that David and Jeff eventually made up and everything between them was fine again. Until recently. Jeff went on live back in February and he revealed that he was done with David.
Has David messaged you to see if you're okay?
Nope, not a text or nothing. Not surprised, you know? It is what it is, but I'm done being fake friends with that mother.
Jeff had a really risky surgery done on his eye, which could have left him blind, and David didn't even bother to text him. He revealed that he wasn't paying his medical bills on time, it was ruining his credit score, and he was just done with David. David also blamed the entire accident on Jeff during his Casey Neistat documentary. David said Jeff was crazy. He said he always pushes things too far and blamed Jeff for his own injury. Obviously, the internet freaked out and David was getting tons of backlash. He tried to do some damage control and address Jeff and what happened in Utah during his No Views podcast, but that didn't go over too well either. David said he takes 80, 90, or even 100% of the responsibility for what happened, but said he feels like he's taking 150%. He also showed a DM from Jeff where Jeff sent him a video of a similar stunt gone wrong right before it happened. This didn't sit right with people because it felt like David was trying to be like, see, it was Jeff's idea. He sent me this video right before he got on the excavator. I'm sure Jeff didn't think that David was going to swing him so high in the air and then smash him into the side. Eventually, Jeff got so sick of the back and forth online, and he just said, you know what? Let's just file a lawsuit and handle David in court. As you guys know, there's been a lot of debate over this situation. On one hand, you have the people who think Jeff would win the lawsuit no matter what, and think David's vlogs created an unsafe work environment where people felt pressured to do things like this. And then you have the people who think Jeff has no case at all. Some people think Jeff should be responsible for his own actions. He's in his 30s, he's growing, he got on the excavator himself even after seeing Corinna nearly fall off. I guess we really are gonna see what happens in court because Jeff has officially filed a complaint against both David, David's company, and the company that gave David the excavator, Dirt Gear Co. Emily D. Baker actually got her hands on the legal filings, so shout out to her, and I'll have all her information linked down below. So the documents say, defendant, David Dobrik, an individual, David Dobrik LLC, and Dirt Gear Co. LLC. Dirt Gear Co. is the company that rented David the excavator. I don't know exactly how I missed this for the past 2 years, but their company name is literally plastered all across the excavator in all the videos that Jeff showed, and honestly, I don't even know if this is a legit machine rental company. I tried to find a company that rents heavy machinery named Dirt Gear Co., but all I could find was a clothing company that sells work clothing. Maybe the video was sponsored by Dirt Gear Co. I mean, there's no way David would advertise a company like that in one of his comeback vlogs without getting something in return. Imagine if they aren't even a real machine rental company and they don't have the appropriate license. They could be in so much trouble. It goes on to say, Jeff is suing for personal injury, negligence, and other damages. The description for the lawsuit says, David Dobrik, as an individual and on behalf of David Dobrik LLC, leased, rented, and appropriated an excavator from Dirt Gear Co. LLC. Dirt Gear Co. LLC provided no training or instruction on how to use the excavator to David Dobrik or David Dobrik LLC, or how not to use the excavator, including the safety features of the excavator. After that, David took said excavator to Utah Lake in Utah. In the weeks prior, David had planned his social media comeback and had solicited the help of several collaborators, independent contractors, including plaintiff, to officiate the same. The plan was to have David drive said excavator and have people swing from it in various accessories, including wakeboards, etc. However, David and others, not plaintiff, began soliciting people to get on the excavator solely using a rope and swinging around. Other individuals tried this, noting that David was doing so unsafely, and in fact warned David of the same. After the warning, plaintiff was tasked with getting on the rope piloted by David, who then began using the excavator at unsafe speeds. When David realized this, he slowed down the excavator. However, not having been trained or advised by Dirt Gear Co. LLC on how to use the excavator or how to slow it down, intentionally and noticeably slowed the excavator down too quickly, which caused plaintiff's momentum to slow down, and plaintiff struck the excavator due to the negligence of David Dobrik and Dirt Gear Co. LLC, causing a myriad of injuries to plaintiff. It also goes on to say that they're going after Dirt Gear Co. for malice and fraud. I was watching Emily's live stream and she said she thinks Jeff will be going after Dirt Gear Co. for their insurance.
You know, in the way that they released this, they will probably go after Dirt Gear for insurance.
That makes a lot of sense because I highly doubt this company just has $10 million lying around for a lawsuit. It's honestly shocking to me that a company that has enough money to own an excavator, which can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, would actually risk their livelihood just for David Dobrik. Imagine putting so much time and effort into your brand and destroying it for a 4-minute David Dobrik vlog. Yikes. At the end of the lawsuit, it says Jeff is seeking $10 million. Now, I wasn't exactly sure if that's like a normal amount seen in cases like this, but according to Emily, it is.
$10 million, I think $10 million is a really reasonable number. When you look at life, because now you're looking at lifetime medical bills, alteration of life, alteration of working and earning capacity. You're just looking at a lifetime of expenses and lost potential earning and income due to this accident.
This lawsuit was a long time coming. I really think Jeff has a case here, and hopefully it makes David realize that what he was doing before isn't okay. He's running a multi-million-dollar company with employees. He needs to take precautions the same way shows like Jeff did. He should have had an ambulance on site just in case anything happened. He should have had permits and got people to sign contracts. David makes a lot of money, and when you make money like that, you need to not only protect yourself, but also protect your employees. Anyways, here's what people had to say about the lawsuit. Get that bag and closure. Learning your friends care so little about your life, you gotta defend yourself and make them pay. They would have clickbaited and cashed out on his death, and they abandoned him after his life-altering injury. Good. I was getting nervous that Jeff wasn't gonna actually follow through. Good for him. Deserved, especially when he's constantly posting about his luxurious lifestyle, living the life while he's doing the bare minimum for his friend that he injured severely. As for what David was doing when the lawsuit broke, he was in Paris, posting on his Instagram stories, acting like everything was okay.
It's 9:47 p.m. in Paris. That's so sick. It's so light out.
There's also been rumors going around that David might be working with the lawyers who represented Johnny Depp. A TikTok went viral which shows Camille Vasquez and Ben leaving a building, and Ben says to Camille that he had a good talk with David Dobrik.
I had a great talk with David Dobrik.
A lot of people took this as evidence that they're probably representing David, since it happened right around the time the lawsuit was filed. Right now, nothing has been confirmed, and David hasn't responded to anything publicly. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. Do you think Jeff actually has a case here? Or do you think it's a big waste of time and money? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.